Welcome back, gamers and lads, to Mobile Legends 5v5 Championship. This is the Legends Unleashed Championship, and we are back again with the game number 2 between the ABM, currently on the blue side, taking on Team LCF on the right side. In the game number 1, we saw like Team ABM, it was quite a stupendous victory for them, taking the lead in this best of 5 series. I'm Sasuke, and joining with me, it's none other than Salvok again himself with me. And without further ado, we'll be just discussing the draft, the bans as of now.
And the first phase of banning, it has already been done. And when I'm getting curious over that Zuxian pick, how did LCF not decided to ban out that Zuxian? I'm pretty sure there's like one thing that surely happened. Either they'll just face the consequences of not banning that Zuxian, or either they'll just count that Zuxian like, yeah, bro, we can count that Zuxian like nothing happened. So that's the two quite scenarios I'm thinking in my mind. And without any like a single ado, we can see Apex onto that Terizla. They even, just locked on onto that Terizla because it was still open. But the Ruby, it is still open. I do think Apex can possibly just swap out the roles between that EXP laner and the roamer, and there's a counter against that Terizla onto the red side, the Peter onto that Xbox, and there's Nathan onto the error. Do you really think Nathan would not get caught onto that lantern flare onto that Zuxian?
Technically, it depends on the era itself, how he positioned himself in the team fight. But again, we are seeing a Roger ban along with the Moscow ban, respect ban coming in from Team LCF. From the last games, I do believe like Radium did created havoc with his Moscow in the previous game, but again this time he'll be just focusing on to that Harriet to the gold lane, so it will be a Nathan against a Harriet. But again, the final pick for the first phase of the draft for Team LCF, I do believe like they could be locking down again a Hyper or maybe an EXP laner if they are going for that Xbox in the Hyper section. But again, they'll be locking down their mage as a Sicilian.
And as you mentioned us, the Radium, he just caused a lot of trouble onto that Moscow. And just look at the LCF. They even decided to respect ban that Moscow after only one match. And this is best of 5 series. Do you know how much impact did that Moscow did into the last match? So the respect ban, it is quite obvious. I was also thinking like they would be banning out either the Haya but Ling, but they don't feel like the Ling and Haya, they're not even a threat to them.
That is true, but again, who is Peter? They will be like securing the Xbox because they know we could not ban Xbox, but we could gamble it out, securing it for ourselves in the EXP lane. So that team ABM even inspired they go for the heavy tank frontliners. We will be having the Xbox just to melt their frontliners, and we'll be just going with the long range heroes to melt down their long range heroes. Quite a good draft this time coming in from LCF. If they go for certain picks, I do think like they could win the first draft for themselves. But again, going on to the draft phase, we are seeing Yin ban from that rocks.
And to just make sure like what happens right now, like both the teams, they yet to pick the jungler. But the thoughts from ABM would be that Xbox is most probably jungler. I'm thinking that, but from the last match, the Xbox was still an EXP laner. So that mind game could perhaps become a success for themselves, but a hyper ban. It could be possible right now because from the side of LCF, they're still banning out that Yin, which is a jungler. And another jungler could be banned. But do you think one more jungler would be worth right now?
Oh, I don't think so. They could probably go for a Ruby or a Joe just to neglect it off the Apex hero pool. But again, that is the Kufra, that is the Akai, along with that Atlas. So I don't think so. Any viable option. But again, they could probably go for that Minotaur again. But this time they'll be planning out that the troublemaker in the first game, Diamond itself. They don't. It was just too like he was just slithering around, and if I remember it correctly, like Jay was not even died a single time. I don't think like he died once or two, but not more than 2 times though.
And I'm just feeling the intensity onto that J. The respect bans onto himself, that Yin, that Amon. And that Amon actually, as you mentioned, it actually caused them a lot of trouble. And what if the J just took out his trump card at this moment? I really don't know what the hero is actually his trump card. But do you think in this current draft against that Sicilian Nathan and that Xbox, will he actually take out his trump card?
He could probably go for a potato if he wants, or he could just go and pick out a sun. Well, even a Lancelot would work fine for him again because I do see a lot of options for him as of now. But again, for the final ban from the ABM, it will be none other than Minotaur coming as the ban, and he won't be able to pick it for this game as of now. But for the picks, I do think like they could probably prioritize the hyper just for themselves at this time. And Alpha is open, even the Hayabusa along with the link is open, and there we go. We will be seeing a Hayabusa game for Team LCF this time.
Well, are we going to? And yep, as you mentioned, yep, we're going to see dwarfs onto that Hayabusa. And against that, I'm seeing what's going to happen. And Jay just locks onto that Hanzo against that Hayabusa. The buff, I would think the buff invasion would actually give them some trouble, but he would just take his buffs and go for the gank. And his ultimate, he's just going to just poke from a long distance unless someone wants to catch him up. And Mirio, without any thinking, he just wants to go with the Khalid. And Epics, he's going with the Terrace Law to the Rome. Man, Sasuke, do you think this draft is currently the best to beat LCF at this moment?
Technically, I don't even know, but the amount of CC team ABM has as of now with that Khalid, with that Terizla, along with that Zushin Vision Lantern just hanging over your head, I don't think like they have too much CC. I don't think so. Like Team LCF as of now, they could counter it. I mean, technically speaking of, Hayabusa can prioritize and mark down that Asuna in the team fight, but again, a Winter Crown could come in handy for Asuna as of now because it is just the Ogi Shadow kill from Hayabusa which would be causing the trouble. But for the final clip, for the final pick, Bliss will be securing that crop again. I don't think so that crop pick would be a good pick against this Bushido.
To be fair, just let's be honest, that Apex will most probably will be just luring around that Hayabusa's jungle because his rotation is kind of slow. But the execution strike in early game just gives a lot of damage onto the third phase as well. And what if Mirio just cuts off the lane and goes onto the invasion along with Apex? It's going to be too brutal, man. I'm just started to imagining things. But it's AVM, man. So it's kind of obvious. Don't you think that?
That is true. That is true. But again, as you mentioned, it Tesla in the level one itself could cause too much damage to that Hayabusa. But again, he might have some support. But I don't think so. Like the mage, the Sicilian, is quite a late game hero, though.
That is true. And without any further ado, we'll be just diving right onto the line of dawn. It's going to be the game number 2. Onto the left side, it's going to be the ABM, and onto the right side, it's going to be LCF. And both the junglers seems to be pretty farming onto them. But the Mirio, he wants to go for the invasion onto that Hayabusa. We can see he's just getting zoned by the Dwarks with the fire missiles coming in from him. And the error. And we can see Apex, he's just waiting patiently for the Hayabusa to come onto the blue buff. And there's Blizz to just give the vision of Apex, but he's still giving him damage with those execution strike. And the lantern flare is there to just poke him off. And the stack's completely been taken onto the lantern flare, and he just baited out the flicker onto that Blizz at this moment. So he doesn't have the flicker, and it has been baited only in the first minute mark.
That is true. The only aggression from this team ABM is just to on point, and look at that. Hanzo is just trying to rotate. Meanwhile, Error might be in some trouble bands. He won't be able to secure, but again, a beautiful retribution coming in handy, securing that blue buff for Error. Apex might be in some trouble, but no, Sicilian don't have the mana to burst him down. Blizz is trying to do all in its power to make sure he gets something, to make sure that Apex just doesn't roam inside the enemy jungle, but meanwhile in the bottom lane, things are looking pretty dire as the both light along with the radium are poking down each other. Look at that Apex, he is just going in too much, taking that amount of damage at this point. Meanwhile, Asuna just lurking around with it, and this might be first blood. Hayabusa is there. Ogi Shadow Cube being connected, and that will be a kill over to that Apex going down. He gets punished for what he did to that error in the first minute of the game inside his own jungle.
And also the Sicilians, the flicker has been baited. out of that Peter at this moment. So there's no for them to escape onto the turtle side. And Mirio, he's just making a full map rotation. But onto the mid side, we can see Blizz. He wants to clear the way for the bat impact because the Peter, he doesn't have enough mana for the bat impact at this moment. And the Apex, he wants to go for the jungle invasion again. Along with the Mirio, he's there to just give him a lot of backup. And most probably, the Hanzo, the J, he'll be just using his soul and he'll just ganking out of himself. And even if his soul has not a problem, but the Blizz seems to be in some trouble and the execution strike is way too much to handle. Along the Mirio's passive and the quad shadow has been used up. But the healing from the Mirio, he's just full his HP back. But the shadow kill along with the ultimate of Khalid, he'll be just causing him one death at this point. But the damage coming in from Jay, he'll most probably be taking the kill onto that Peter at this moment. But the last insanity onto that Jay at this moment will be going on to the killing spree. But the God Shadow from Error, he'll be just taking the kill onto that Hanzo at this moment. But they want to go for the more. But the Lantern Flare will be just getting the perfect stacks onto that Vox, and he falls into the hands of Asuna at this moment.
Team ABM with that drop, with that composition, they are just looking for the early fights, the early aggression. Meanwhile, both of their gold laners are just busy in farming because they know after some minutes it's going to be the battle between these two. They'll be probably focusing on gold lane, so they need to focus and farm fast as they have time as of now. But look at Tatasana is just trying to go with it. Early game aggression, just hanging out the lanterns over to that Peter. He might be someone trap, but look at that Apex continuously trying to go and create a nuisance towards that place. He might be again going this time. He is quite pretty low, but that is, wait a minute, pick up being forced from that Apex along with that penalty zone. But look at that drop along with his ultimate will be going as of now. Both the rumors are just 1% of their HP as we speak.
And they didn't want to overextend as well, so they're just baiting out the Apex flicker and the execution strike for like they just keep them busy. So they're like, don't waste my jungler's time. He'll just face me at this moment, and it's going to be an uncontested turtle from the side of ABM. But the Hayabusa, he wants to just go for his own jungle, which was actually getting invaded, and the turtle, it's been taken from Jay. And the lane cutting pressure from Mirio is just giving, but the Piraka armor from that Vox will most probably will be staying there. He was trying to just get it out, but the last sanity, he used it as a defensive for himself to just pass near the turret. But what if next? What happens next at this moment? But meanwhile, on the bot side, they're going for invasion again. The Apex, he's ready with the penalty zone along with himself, but he still doesn't have the flicker ready with him.
You're right, and Nathan this time he is pretty playing safe because he knows like the team is lurking around here somewhere. I don't want to be caught off guard from that wishing lantern from that. So now along with the penalty zone connecting nobody at this point, he might be in some trouble. AJ just using his shadow ultimate form and making sure he gets that Peter in the mid section. Meanwhile, Entropy being used in the bottom side, trying to go for that, but look at the Salmon Force being used and the flicker along with it. Meanwhile, in the midsection, Apex will be going down as I don't think so. Someone just managed to secure a kill, but again, Rox will be going down as he just used his ultimate, and that was just more frog armor for his protection. Will be taking down, but look at that unstoppable kill from that Hayabusa Error, showing bam, like in spite, you try and get into my jungle, I'll be the one taking domination and killing each one of you as of now.
And man, like he even missed the mid fight. There was like a brawl happening in the mid side. The Tesla just using the penalty zone inside the turret. But there was Peter to just give him the bat impact inside the turret. They got the kill. But meanwhile, they want to gank onto the Asuna. But the Crimson Beacon has been used up from Asuna to just back off from that dire situation. So that it means he doesn't have the ultimate for the next 20 seconds. But the turret, it's been taken from Radium. And it actually gave him a lot of gold. But the gold difference isn't that matter right now. And the wall, he's just trying to disrupt their time. But the J with his soul, he wants to take the buff of the Error. But the perfect retribution plays from Error. He'll be just taking his buff without any further conditions that are happening to him. But onto the mid side, the Apex, he just wants to use his execution strike and give them a ton of damage. And the turtle, do you think it's going to be an uncontested turtle because still Error doesn't have his retribution ready with him?
think like that would be the scenario as of now because we are seeing the old LCF team just roaming around to the bottom side, and I don't think like they will be just going for that bottom turret as we speak. But look at that video, is there trying to defend it? Like might be in some trouble, entropy being used, and he will be just disengaging as of now. Look at that Apex lurking around towards the enemy jungle, waiting for an opportunity to create for his own team. As of now, Blaze might be in some trouble again. He is trying to give the vision, but look at that CC and the engage and the this thing coming in from Asuna is just too much, and he'll be securing a kill. But look at that, Asuna, he will secure a kill. I mean, I don't think like that was Hayabusa secure a kill over to that someone in the midsection, but again, entropy being used. That is the penalty zones connecting towards the one members, and that is the overshadow kill, securing a double kill as Asuna goes down. That is the Jai only, and he will be going down. Yes, I mean, the ultimate form, he is there. But look at that. Radium trying to do some back plays, and that is the light. He might be in some trouble. Zaman is being used again.
Man, what a team fight, man. But the Radium, he doesn't have enough mana. And the flicker play from Mirio. He wants to take the kill onto the error, but the perfect assassin. He's the perfect assassin, man. The error. He's just going on 801.
That is true. But meanwhile, Jay just silently going in and securing the kill over to that Nathan Light, going and falling down between four members of his own teammate. This might be someone again, an uncontested ultimate being used from Blaze, but again he might be going down as the kill secures coming in from Apex is on point. Meanwhile, Rock's going down as Mirio is there to secure a kill. Error is there. He might be a Yogi Shadow kill coming in handy, securing a legendary for himself, but the early aggression from the time, look at that. He is just marking down the squishy heroes. That is the marksman, along with that mage. That is the Sicilian.
Man, so far I would say Asuna is giving a lot of trouble to them, and they're definitely facing the consequences of not banning Zukshin. And this error, man, how can you be so perfect on an assassin, man? That Hayabusa, he's just making perfect plays for himself. The KD actually doesn't even matter at this point. He's just securing every creep for himself as much as he can, and as much as farm like he possibly can, because you can see the Epics and the Mirio, they were just, interrupting his jungle. But right now, it's totally different scenario happening with them.
Do you agree? I mean, technically, it is currently 9 minutes 30 seconds to the game. The first Lord has been spawned up, and I do think like it would be again an uncontested Lord. But look at that J over to the Hanzo just lurking around every 8 to 5 seconds to that Nate. And meanwhile, entropy being used, and it might be Apex going down as legendary secures from that error. Mio might be in some trouble, but look at that Sushin trying to deal and poke that Blaze flicker away in force. Zaman force being used again this time, and will be in some trouble just to flicker him out from that shadow kill. But look at that damage! He was securing that kill over to that Harry again. Light might be in some trouble. Look, double kill, shadow assassin error in its prime right now.
Oh my god, how is he doing it, bro, man? He is using his quad shadow in a perfect way. Like all the shadows, he's just making the perfect position plays at this moment. And the Shuriken, he's securing every single kill. I bet, man, his Sky Pierce is on max stacks at this moment. But meanwhile, onto the Lord side, this is baiting the Lord at this moment. The Apex is still in the bush, but the Blaze, he has the job to just give the vision for his team. But meanwhile, there's Xbog, there's Dog still onto the top lane to not just interrupt the wave pressure among themselves, but there's Jay along with his ultimate to just go on and give a lot of vision. But this squad shadow to just bait out the second skill of that Hanzo.
Man, oh man, I have to agree. Like, look at that place coming in from error. He might be the best. Oh, Mirio might be in some trouble. And look at that damage. All it takes was the ultimate from that Blaze and the quad shadow combination, along with the first skill that is the Shuriken, and damage from the error. Zaman force being used in melting down that Peter. Again, the penalty zone connecting two members. Again, the damage from the turret is quite on. Triple kill coming in. One mistake from Team LCF is what it took to
My God, man, what a play coming in from both the teams. They're trying to keep it safe as much as possible because the Nathan needs a lot of scaling along with the Hayabusa, but he's just taking a lot of kills. But this Lord, there's like three people dead onto the side of LCF. So the Lord, I do think so it's going to be an uncontested Lord, but they seems to be baiting it at this moment. And the buff, he's just doing some micro plays, man. He's just doing some kind of buff stealing at this moment. And the Lord, it's been taken from the side of ABM. But the Haya, he knows what he's doing. And the top turret, he just used the Ogi Shadow Kill to just clear the waves. But it will be back till the Lord comes. I do think so.
And you think Asuna is just doing, like I have the fishing lantern, so I need to do my job is to travel every member along with the second skill I have and not try to disengage at point. Meanwhile, bottom tower tier 2 will be secure from that radiant summon force being used in an early aggression wave, and the time it's running will be melting down that light away with the double kill. It is to react over to that Harriet as of now. Look at the J. He's just lurking around the walls as he knows, like, oh, I was will be there. And look at I'll be using his Oogie Shadow Kill on perfect timing as I will be just recalling the Radium. Still going in, Summon who's being used. And it won't connecting none of them, but again, the damage from that. Hayabusa making sure he gets 2 kills, and that is the shit damage, which is required at this point. Yay, man, getting a crucial kill over to that error.
Man, after 30 minutes, he got punished for what his gameplay actually was, but he was doing pretty well, man. He just got shut down after 15 kills for once. And bounty, the ABM would have got after that kill. It's going to be really tough, man. And we can see Jay, he's just casually poking out, but his body is still there. So I do think there's going to be a lot of poke and the oh my god, the trouble from Light. Those basic attacks along with the entropy, the double basic attacks. He'll be just melting down that Hanzo.
I mean, the Hayabusa is quite online right now, and the Lord will be spawning it in minus 70 seconds of the time. That is quite a long time. We might see a final team fight because the pace of Team LCF is not looking too strong as of now. Radium, I do think like people from ABM might be in their full draft. Ultimate being used from the top Xbox over to the top lane in a defensive way just to disengage from that. But look at that. And who's up there making sure he gets the crucial kill over to that Asuna in the mid sector.
My goodness, man, what a play coming in from both the teams, and the comeback from LCF is just crazy. But you can see Light, he wants to go in an offensive way along with the Blizz. But the wild charge, I don't think it was there, but they just want to give a lot of damage to the bat impact from Peter because it's the late game. So it's his time to shine at this moment. And we can see Hanzo, he's just diving inside 3 people. He wants to take the kill onto that Peter. But there's Khalid, he wants to take the kill onto that Nathan. He just secured the kill onto the Peter as well as that Nathan. But it's going to be the body, the mechanics of that Hanzo's ultimate we can see, but there's Zaman Force along with the quad shadow. He just escapes like nothing happened. But we can see Apex in some trouble. There's Dogs and Blizz to just disrupt the time of that Apex, but we can see the flicker plays coming in from Dogs to just make sure his life isn't being risked at any point.
I have to agree. Like, Aaron's quite on its prime right now, making sure he gets Jay with the body, which he was like just living inside in the shadow. And I do think like Hayabusa might be a counter for that. Hanzo, again, a possible counter for that Hanzo would be a link. But again, this time, the Lord has been spawned, 12 minutes, an enhanced Lord. And I do think this time it would be a final battle between these two teams because the 2 of the inhibitors from Team LCF has been decimated as of now we speak.
And despite of being the early invasions onto the LCF, you can see the farm difference isn't even that much. That much they affected the time as they have used in the invasions. But we can see there's error along with the shadow kill, but there's Winter Crown onto the Asuna to just disrupt. But there's then Meteor along with the Lantern Prayer, King with the Wild Force that we used up. He wants to go over the kill on the Peter with the Salmon Force and the Chrono Dash, and it's going to the last sanity along the penalty zone has been used up, and the double kill taken from the Meteor. They just want to pop the immortality of that box as well. There's like only 2 people left, and it's all the sustained damage dealers. So they don't have the main damage dealers of their team. So I do think it's going to be over for the LCF on to the match number 2. And Blizz, you can see he can't even do anything, but the Pirag armor is still popped up. This match will be most probably go into the hands of ABM.
My, oh my. I mean, that was quite obnoxious, the way that Hayabusa played. I mean, it was quite all himself. Look at that. KDS 17 to 1. And Team KDA is 21 kills, and out of that, Hayabusa has 17 kills. And imagine that. The plays from him is just too odds that next level. But again, they'll be going down as they would quite punished, I would say, because they left this machine open. I mean, Blaze was just having a too much hard time just giving the primary vision for his own team.
And first of all, I would like to say, like, there's Asuna. He didn't even give any chance for that hire to scale up, but he still got scale up from all the kills he got. And secondly, like the lantern flare giving from that Asuna, he was just beating out all the flickers, all the dashes, all the skills oriented heroes. Like there was Blizz getting caught in every lantern flare, and he just got his flicker baited in only in 1 minute mark. Then comes the Peter, and along even after using the ultimate, he couldn't even escape with the lantern flare because this Terizilla with the penalty flicker zone. I mean, like the flicker penalty zone coming in from that Apex on like to 3 to 4 people. Man, Sasuke, what an interesting match.
That is true. And Jay was just right about the assets towards that Peter, along with that light, making sure he gets them in every single team fight. Though, my oh my, I have to say, though, the second game was quite interesting to watch. And without, we'll be back with the game number 3 with some short break. This is the best of 5 series between ABM taking on the team LCF, the upper bracket semifinals.
And good evening, everyone. We apologize for all the technical glitches today, but this will be the third game of the best of five series between Team LCF on the blue side and Team ABM
Who
on the
said there
red.
are no
This is
shortcuts
me,
in
your
life?
caster
I
Sarah, and
literally
I will be
invented
joined
one.
by the most wonderful Peachy. Peachy, please take the stage.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the games, and we are back. Also, thank you, Sarah, for this lovely introduction. But we are already into the draft section as we see Apex's chip and his classic chip has been banned out. I think again we will be seeing that standard draft coming in where there's the Ruby ban, the chip, the Zuxian. These are all the
Butterflies
hero
born
bans
by
that I'm
my
expecting
wish,
in this game as
guided
well.
by lantern's light.
So, the chip is a much of a respect band towards Apex. We saw how deadly it could be in the previous rounds as well. And then the Chushin. She was one of the most annoying heroes in the previous match, as we could see, and it has been
I
banned out
am
once again.
Your
And it's
team
the
is
Moscow ban
God.
coming in from the side of LCF, which again is a respect ban towards Radium. I do believe that ABM would want to ban out on that Hayabusa, considering the devastating
I will protect
17
you.
to
Your
something
team is
KDA
banning.
which he had in the last match, but instead they finish up their second ban with a Lolita.
I think Lolita is a good band lately because of the shield and as well as the ultimate. And the ultimate, after the
I'm
revamp,
Yin,
that
and
has
I
not
won't
been
lose
much
myself,
of a
no
help
matter what.
since the stats are reduced. But I think, but she has been actually annoying to those MMs and as well as the maids that who rely on the skills and also the basic attacks coming in. But look at that, Yin ban. I think another match, another Yin ban.
Yes, absolutely. That's just another respect ban coming in towards Jay, as we saw yesterday and in the previous rounds as well. So, rest assured, Team LCF is not wanting to take any chances. And look at
Your team
ABM, they're just gonna,
conquer.
like, they're in a no man's land. They banned out on the Jask, Lolita, and Jukshin, but left out on those assassins. The Roger is open, Hayabusa is open, Ling is open. It's basically a complete gamble, depending on which hero Team LCF decides to pick up now.
Oh, that's right.
I
They
see
have the
lots
first
of
pick right now.
prey.
While,
Your
with that,
team is
as you
picking.
mentioned, Roger gets picked up by who is Peter. It looks like Roger will be going on to the goal lane. But on the side of ABM, we are seeing Asuna picking a Bane. Maybe he will be locking that in very soon. But we are not sure. Still, they are just trying to get those options out. They are just trying to see what else heroes are still open. Right now, even the Hayabusa and the Link, they are still open.
But as we can see here, Team LCF is locked in onto that Roger who will probably be going in into the goal lane, denying Jay of that Roger pick. And here, Team ABM is hovering over the Bane, which is a signature hero from Light from LCF. So they're gonna
Goodness,
deny him
throw
that
me the
pick as
turret.
well. And
They
Your team
intimidate
is
Apex,
me.
picking.
he has banned. He has picked up, in fact, on that Ruby, the wildcard Ruby. No offenses
Tremble
intended, only
before the
respect.
might of
But then again,
Taurus.
it's the Ruby, and Blizz here has locked in onto that Minotaur.
Light
Ooh,
me
I,
up
I
and
think
watch
these
the
are some
walls
strong picks
burn.
coming in. Looks like Apex, since Apex is on that Ruby, maybe we would be getting a Ruby and not the Ruby gold lane. And with that,
I didn't cure the pain.
Dwarfs, he
Your
I
team
proceeds to
harnessed
is
it.
lock onto
banning.
that X-Borg. Okay, we are seeing Dwarfs right now. He might be going onto the jungle. He might be going to the EXP lane. We are not sure. With that, looks like Mirio going in with the Valentina pick. What do you have to say about that, Sarah?
The Valentina against the Minotaur and the Xbox and even the Raja is actually a crazy good pick. She can copy the Lasting Insanity, the Minnow and Fury, as well as the Life Bounce coming in by that Roger. So it's gonna be pretty deadly in the team fights
It
because
is in
Ruby will
despair
have the
that I
Armor Pen
see the
deadly
fondest
catch coming in
hopes.
from the Bane, and then the Valentina can just flicker in with the Lasting Insanity or Minnow and Fury and just finish them up.
Oh, that is possible. Valentina Pick, as you mentioned,
Team
she
is
could just
banning.
copy the three of the heroes right here in the side from the LCF. That is actually pretty strong coming in. And with that, we are again in the ban section where two of the heroes are yet to be banned. It was like four of the heroes, but we are seeing a Nathan as well as a high loss pick already. High loss maybe on the EXP or in the tank lately. And with the stacks of the Thunderbell, that is the new Thunderbell for you guys, where the tanks can actually dish out damage. And with that, it pairs well with the high loss. So, rightly so, that high loss is already onto the ban section.
Where
And
there is
if you
light,
see right
there
now,
are
Team
also
ABM is
shadows.
playing with their minds. They have banned out on that Nathan, once again, Light's signature hero. They're completely trying to disable that poor guy in the gold lane. As it is, he has not been performing that well in the previous games. So it's a bit of a risky match in the third game here, especially since it's match point for the side of Team ABM.
Magic is my life. Your
Oh,
team is
that's
picking.
right, that's right. This could be a clean sweep, or this could be LCF taking the game over. And with that, looks like who is Peter? Louis has been banned out. I really have to commend who is Peter, because I have seen his gameplay, and especially on that Louis, the diversion plays coming in, that is pretty solid.
A
And
punch
with
for a
that is
punch.
another
Your
respect ban
team
coming in,
is
and
picking.
they pick out the Louis as well.
Yep. The Harith ban was once again a respect ban coming in for Radium, considering how well he played in the second game as well. And now it's all up to the jungler and mage pick for the side of Team LCF and the jungler for the side of Team ABM. Peachy, do you have any idea on what their picks could be?
With that, they are hovering over Aurora. Aurora might be actually good in this scenario. Aurora could dish out the CC coming in, but she lacks that little damage coming in unless she
As
gets the last
fleeting as
hit.
a
With
snowflake's
that,
breath.
light locks onto
As
that
sudden
Aurora,
as
and
the
Error
breath of
will be
dawn.
locking
Is
onto that
picking.
Granger. And with that, the LCF team composition are ready with the jungler up and also the mage up right here. And looks like there will be a EXP laner, or maybe the tank Gatot Kacha coming in.
As you mentioned, and here I do think that ABM is just going to be playing around with their picks right now. Of course, Asna and Apex will be in the mid and roam, but the rest of them can actually switch up their roles. And if you look at that, Ghatak Kacha changed to a retribution. Do you think that ABM might actually be going in for a Ghatak Kacha jungle versus a Granger?
Oh, wait a minute. What's happening? I'm surprised that we are seeing a Gatot Kacha jungle in this match. Looks like that will be the game, but looks like Mirio will be going on to the EXP, and Radium will be going on the side of MM. So it will be a Bane versus a Roger lane coming in. They both will be fighting around, while the Bane's skill one would be dishing out damage to him unless he's little close to those minions and getting hit by that. We would be seeing that very soon. And with that, we are in the loading screen. We are seeing the flickers are up
Welcome to
from every
Mobile
single one,
Legends!
rather than it's only the junglers who
5
don't
seconds
have
till the
the
enemy reaches the
uh,
battlefield. Smash them!
flicker up. And with that, we
Full
are
steam step
in
forward!
the land of dawn. Over with the buffs very soon.
Yep, and both junglers are gonna start. In fact, Katsutkach is starting with his blue because of the energy region. It's going to help him a lot. While Greyjoy has already finished taking up his red, and he will be moving towards the small camp, probably the Lethal Wanderer, and then his blue. In fact, in the goal lane, if you notice, the Bane is on the Mage emblem, which means that he'll be going for the complete Magic Burst build, and this. I don't know if this is a correct fact or not, but it was actually played by Hideon Bush first in rank with me. But then again, no flex here. Moving on towards the match, there's a bit of a skirmish in the mid lane. Bliss is pretty low, and Apex is just trying to poke out Peter on that Aurora.
Oh, wait a minute. Apex going into the bush, trying to zone out play Blizz, and with that, Blizz really has to go into the turret and get his HP back. Oh, but also in the top lane, we are seeing some poking going on. Well, both the junglers are also on the top lane. With that, the retribution being popped on the side of Error. Looks like Gatotkazu going in with the avatar of Guardian misses, and there's the Granger ultimate coming in, but looks like there is no damage coming in, and they will be backing out right now.
Yes, and in the mid lane, the Aurora's passive was also popped away by the Valentina and Apex. So now it would be a pretty easy turtle for the side of Team ABM.
That is true. That is true. Looks like they will be moving towards the turtle, since the turtle will be up in 2 seconds and less. And with that, even Apex is just trying to clear those minions up and and just poking them, the Aurora and the Blizz. And with that, we are seeing a Valentina as well as that Paquito getting the map control in the jungle area. Oh, wait a minute. In the top lane, Bane might be in trouble. Oh, but that is not enough. Ruby going in, trying to catch that Roger, but Roger won't be. Oh, that's the avatar of Guardian coming, connecting to two people. And the first blood, that would be the Apex going in. Looks like the Bane also in trouble, goes down, and with that, that is a 2-2 trade. Sorry, 1-2 trade already.
Peter managed to secure a kill from the side of LCF, but it was Asuna who managed to secure that double kill onto Minotaur as well as Aurora because she did not have her passive. Once again, neither of these teams seem to be contesting the first turtle. Must be some kind of a strategy. Apex are moving in towards the mid lane towards that Aurora trying to use it. I'm offended, but will be stunned away just to back off by that Minotaur.
We are seeing some, maybe the looks like LCF are just trying to get a map control over the turtle area. Looks like the Paquito as well as the jungler of ABM, that would be Jay. With that, they already started the turtle. Looks like this will be an uncontested turtle, since there is no pathway for that Granger to go in and to try to steal it.
Absolutely, and here we can see that the Minotaur and Aurora ganking the goal lane. Radium just playing too safe under that turret. Very smart map sense coming in by them. Apex and bit of range. Minion Fury has been used up. Aurora still has her ultimate, but will be using it right now to stun them away so that neither of those teams can properly engage. And Valentina using that Minion Fury, and the kill will be secured onto that Roger by Radium using that deadly catch.
Oh my god, they are on a roll. There's the avatar of Guardian into the turret, but looks like they won't be catching it all. That is the Aurora in trouble, the passive being off while she's in the turret trying to seek some, trying to get away from the enemies, and with that, looks like they will be disbanding.
Yep, and as we can see, all five members of teams LCF are already into the top lane. Look at Mirio's HP as he escapes due to that shield coming from his first kill, and that will be one heck of an insane escape coming in by Mirio.
No way. He popped his flicker right on time, and with that, Valentina and trying to poke that Aurora, trying to get that kill because Aurora is low. She does not have passive. She could be that easy. Oh, and with that, Aurora goes down in the hands of Asuna.
And that was a perfect ultimate coming in by Jay as well. Apex using his stunts at the perfect time just to manage to secure a kill on to Blaze on that Minotaur. Light and bit of a range here under the turret, but he will be forcing his flicker just to escape away. While we can see that there's a possible invade onto the red, but no, both teams are just going to back off.
Oh, maybe the top lane will be pushed right here because Apex already into the bush, and even the Bane, he's just trying to clear those minions, and with that, he is already onto that turret.
And if we can see, the first turret has already been secured by the side of Team ABM. And look at that ultimate coming in by Jay. It would hit Natalia in the middle of everyone. And the ultimate has been used up by Minotaur as well as Aurora. You're trying to get a kill in the middle of no one. Error in bit of a danger. Too much of damage coming in by the Kazukacha. While Drops manages to secure the tier 1 in the bot lane. The Aurora will be enough to defend the mid, so it's a bit of a safe play coming in by the side of Team LCF.
In terms of the turret right now, I think this is a good trade that they got the bottom lane, and looks like ABM also got the top lane as well. And with that, ABM, they are already onto that turtle. This is just trying to take it down. Looks like this will be another uncontested turtle. Maybe possible. Four of the members, they are already swarming around that turtle. While Minotaur, he's just trying to see an opening, an opportunity which is the Apex is not allowing him. And with that Meteor in the mid lane, oh wait a minute, there's the freeze coming in onto that Apex. Maybe we will be seeing a Melanie Fury, the deadly catch onto that Blizz, and looks like Blizz will be going down.
Looking at the scoreboard right now, it's actually a 2 kills in favor of LCF versus 6 in favor of ABM. They have just been dominating so well, even in the past 2 games, that Hayabusa was the sole win condition coming in from the side of Team LCF in the previous match, and the rest of them just weren't able to deliver as they would have expected to. And this game, they aren't even on their comfort heroes. So it's a very, very risky play coming in by the side of Team LCF. Asuna doing a 1v2 with those people. Once again, Katukacha using his ultimate onto that Minotaur. Looking at his items though, he has built up on that Thunderbolt, which already has 2 stacks and a curse helmet. So he's going to be hella tanky while dealing an insane amount of damage. Asuna using that lasting insanity, but will be stunned out by Aurora's ultimate, and the kill will be secured by Yana, but a 2-man fan offended with the flicker done by Apex, but just not enough damage by his damage dealers who were low, and they have to back out while Radiant managed to secure the tier 1 in the mid lane.
Oh, that, in my opinion, that's the most important turret of the match, because once the turret is off from the mid lane, you have this pathway towards the red buff and as well as the blue buff. For this could be giving an opportunity, but looks like in the mid lane, looks like the deadly catch will be getting a kill onto that range. The last insanity being popped off, while there is that Gatot Kacha trying to escape, and he did escape in some amount of HP, but that is that Radium in trouble. He goes down in the hands of Xbox. Looks like there will be something more. Maybe Apex trying to go in. His ultimate is up right now, and with that, there's the stun coming in from Aurora.
Yep, and as we can see, that's what I said, right? The Magic Bane has so much of that insane spell ramp and lifesteal coming in by the second skill, and as well as the amount of burst damage from his first skill and the deadly catch. It's just way too much to handle. Like, the meta is started by one person and it's just carried forward by the rest of his team, right?
Oh, that is true. That is true. And with that, there are some shutdowns coming in from the side of ABM. Right now they are high in the kills. Ooh, wait a minute, Roger in trouble in the bot lane. Looks like it is a killing spree for Jay.
Yep, and not much that else you can do right now except wait out and wait for their damage dealers to actually farm up. But it's a Roger against a Bane magic build in the late games. It's going to be pretty risky for the side of Team LC to drag it to the late game as well, because they do not have proper late game security. But the Minion Fury managing to catch all 5 of them in the middle of that team fight, but they do not have enough damage to secure as many kills as the number of stuns, and instead the kills will be secured by the side of Team ABM as Peter is killed off by Asuna, and Light will be managing to secure the kill onto Meteor, though Radium trying to force out Dogs out of that fight, but will be going to get that kill onto Light.
Oh my god, what a Minoan Fury coming in from Bliss. That was almost perfect, but looks like, right now LCF they are little behind from in the farm as well. And also in terms of damage as well as that Xbox trying to get dish out damage as well as the Granger, but the Aurora coming in with the CC, that is pretty much good, but looks like that won't be enough for the previous team fight. And with that ABM already on to that level 1 lord, they are just not waiting it out for just go into the late game. Maybe they really want to take out those inhibitors already. With that J already on to that lord, they will be another uncontested lord.
But unfortunately, look at that flicker arm offended coming in by Ruby. That was a perfect ultimate combination by Jay Asuna as well as that Apex on that Ruby. No more MSC plays here, and here we can see Light and Dogs will have to run for their lives because if they do not manage to defend while the Lord is up, it will be the game end, and it in fact is match point for the side of ABM.
Oh, that's right. Looks like another turret is down from the mid lane onto the side of AB. Oh, that's the ammo offended onto that Xbox, but looks like the last insanity will be pop trying to escape. There's that Xbox still surviving. With that the minions are pouring in. The Lord has come in from the top lane. They are just trying to clear it out. They're just making sure that no inhibitors are taken off.
Yeah, absolutely. And here in the mid lane, they are already aiming for that inhibitor turret. Aurora has already used up her ultimate. It makes him a bit of danger, and the kill will be secured by Light on with that Lycan pounds. But Team LCF is in a very, very dire situation because Asuna has an insane amount of buff, and with that Wishing Lantern, Scissors going to melt out the squishies and even Bog's Viraga armor. So it will be up to LCF to try and catch them off, at least two or three of them, before starting a team fight, because otherwise Gatotkacha, Ruby, and Radium's Deadly Catch, it just has the better crowd control.
Also, have you noticed how Valentina's level is high? She's almost level 15, but right now, currently sitting on to that level 14. She has this passive advantage, and she has been getting those kills as well as the assist pouring in. With that, looks like the Granger is trying to farm up for his team as well. The Aurora as well as the Minotaur in the middle. There's the Minoan Fury coming in, connecting on to the four people. The deadly catch onto that Aurora, and with that J goes down. With that, the Granger gets a double kill, and but unfortunately, Dogs will be going down. Oh, that's the Granger going in. Granger trying in trouble. He uses Flicker, trying to escape it out, and yes, he did escape with that HP and as well. Oh, but they are going in for more. Maybe looks like that is not the case. They are just poking each other.
Yep, and as you were mentioning that, just what I mentioned, look at the lifesteal coming in by Radium, and he's just going to use his ultimate to take down that mid inhibitor. Just like that, 10 miles away, I'm gonna use my sharks, your turret is mine. That's what his attitude is right now. Shark is doing way so much on that Granger, but his team, they are just falling behind. The Roger just does not have enough damage to secure the kills onto them, but and Peter also not on a very good looking KDA. That Aurora sets aren't working properly. He's just gonna recall there. I guess he knows that this match is probably out of their hands until a miracle actually happens.
That could be the case right here. With the Lord is up. This will be the level 2 Lord, a little stronger Lord from the level 1. And with that, the minions are pouring in. And as you mentioned that Radium was taking down the turret with the deadly catch. He did manage to get the middle inhibitor as well. So maybe this time the Lord will be marching down from the middle lane. Now looks like ABM, they are wasting no time already on to that Lord.
Yeah, yes, we were mentioning, and the Lord will already be secured by the side of ABM. Another 3 to 4 man Minoan Fury being used up by that Minotaur, but not enough backup from his team. He will be trying to escape as much far as possible. Then Katoka just sidestepping the Grangers. Sonata very perfectly. And Valentine actually copying up the Granger, ultimately dealing a lot of damage. And as Radium is in danger, and the kill will be secured by stuck on that Granger. And it's a killing spree for that Granger. But would it be enough for the side of Team LCF to defend this lord? Because it is enhanced, because the game is down to 16 minutes and the inhibitors are in danger. If they successfully manage to take down this lord, it will give Team LCF some amount of hope.
Oh, that could be possible. Looks like the Lord is down, and with that, the minions are still pouring in. Looks like Granger is red buff. They will be stealing it from the side of ABM. Oh, wait a minute. With did they actually? Oh, yes, Jade actually managed to get the red buff there.
Yep, he did. And look at Mirio's positioning though. He's just sitting in that bush trying to possibly get a backdoor onto them. But I do believe that Team LCF is aware of the certain dangers. They're gonna have to play it safe. And look at that ultimate being used up by Kacha and Miro and Beauty onto the two of them. Mirio will be taken down, mega kill secured by Error. And here, the Team ABM will be backing off, trying not to make any more mistakes.
Oh, you know that they are just trying to clear out the minions. They are just making sure that they really don't want a backdoor as well. Looks like they are actually securing all the possible bushes where the team ABM will be hiding. Just right in the last match we did see that the Mirio getting spotted and he has been taken down. He wasn't with the team. He was just trying to get someone off guard, maybe that Aurora, but that wasn't the case for him in that. Oh, with that, there is a little recall coming in from that Valentina. Maybe she is going back to the base.
Yeah, or it's typical ABM, just keep recalling in front of your enemies till they
Ah,
get, you know, the classic. So Team ABM is just going to be looking for that game end right now because they cannot like afford any more mistakes, because if they do, the Aurora Granger and Roger are going to scale up a lot, which will be troublesome for them, considering they are pretty squishy except for Apex or J on that Kazukacha. So things might look difficult for them if they do not end the match ASAP.
oh, look at that. The Lord is up. And did you just see Radium again? Oh, there's that early deadly catch coming in. Looks like Valentina will be copying the last insanity and trying to dish out damage. With that, Error goes
Oh,
down. He gets got.
the perfect backline damage being dealt out by Mirio. That's what he is known for. Blizzard those perfect 4-man ultimates every single time, but his team is just not there for the backup. Like try to jump in with the Lycan pounds. Apex will have to use the Winter Crown to escape, and Asuna used it up as well. But Team ABM will once again be backing off because Team LCF has their jungler down. So they should be looking to take up that Lord right now, or it would just get harder and harder to end this game.
Oh, maybe they are going, since we are actually looking at that Paquito and that already onto the Lord, maybe he is just trying to see if he could bait it out. But on the other hand, the minions are still pouring in since the top inhibitor and as well as the mid inhibitor has been taken off. That there's that super minions marching in with that Mirio already onto the top lane, but there's that Xbog in the bot lane trying to give them the vision that the team needs.
Yeah, and as we can see, the Ruby is a bit of a danger, and the kill has been secured by Error onto Apex. This is not looking good for the side of ABM. They cannot be doing this, and as we can see, the Lord fight is going to be up in a few seconds because Team LCF will be using this one man down to their advantage.
They should actually go in, but looks like Blizz is going into that bush, but it will be a trouble for him. His immortality goes off. With that, he is alive with the help of the flask of voices as well as his skill too. There's still this skirmish going on. Valentina trying to poke damage. She is kind of low, but again the creature goes down in the hands of Mirio. With that, the last insanity coming in from Valentina. Valentina is a little low. There's the flicker as well as the immortality being popped up, and Valentina get sorry the oh, that's the double kill for the Xbox as well. But it looks like the Valentina and Jay will be going down in the hands of um the Xborg, and with that Xborg trying to go in for more, he has this immortality still, but does the I am offended onto that one man Xborg? That's not enough. They are going in for more. Roger on to trying to dash in and also dash out. That's another turret down. With that, the deadly catch being popped up. It does not catch anyone, but it does clear those minions off.
And oh, will this be a possible comeback by the side of Team LCF? Because the death timers are just way too high right now. So that means that Team LCF can actually take out that Lord before that Jay comes back online into this land of dawn. And yeah, Team LCF has actually started up on that Lord.
Oh, that's right. Looks like Apex along with Radium, they are already going in trying to steal that Lord away. There's that Deadly Catch as well as the Minonian Fury and the Avatar of Guardian coming in. But the Retribution battle being won by Jay, and that Lord goes to the side of ABM.
Jay with the red tree gap towards Dark. This is not going to go down well in the group chat, guys. Please do not troll any of them. And if we look carefully at the map, the lanes are synced. The minions are synced, and the Lord is gonna straight up march from the mid lane, which means that Team LCF needs to give it their all if they want one more game. Otherwise, this might just be the game end for them.
Look at the positioning of that Minotaur as well as the Xbox in the mid lane right now. They're just making sure that the Lord won't be coming in. That's the last Insanity coming in, trying to get that Valentina as well. But looks like that won't be the case here. The Lord coming in, the Valentina coming in with the last Insanity. She will be stunned by the Minotaur. But the base is
Oh,
exposed. The Lord is going in. They cannot stop that Lord, and the Lord takes away the base along with that minions. Looks like ABM has
victory!
won this one as well.
No, but that was so very unfortunate. Dogs managing to secure the MVP from the side of LCF with the Blade of Despair in its build. Kind of sus, but I would say it's fine. But Bliss with the bronze is actually so disheartening considering that he was the one with those 4-man, 5-man sets. It was his team who was just not enough for the backup. Meanwhile, for the side of ABM, it is Radium who has the highest damage, highest push, highest team fight, everything. So he will be the one securing the MVP with the Magic Bane. As I mentioned before, meta started by one, continued by the others. It's like a legacy. And in that way, ABM will be the one securing a 3-0 against LCF, and LCF will be moving towards the lower brackets, and ABM will be proceeding towards the upper bracket finals.
What a clean sweep coming in, and with that, looks like we are already on to the matches end. And but don't worry, guys, there will be more matches coming in lined up for tomorrow because we are not yet over. This will be Legend Unleashed for you guys, and with that, we are Peachy and Sarah signing off.
One good time and be back tomorrow for even better games. We will be fixing the stream for real this time. Thank you for your patience.